story briefly. His son got into a fight with this ninja, and I think it was staged, and I think he took it too far, and I said that previously, and I guess it's coming out that I don't know whether or not it was staged, but Rampage Jackson says he has cut off his son Raja after he attacked Psycho Stu. And let's see if we could play the footage for you. Here we go.
Are you at all worried about his well-being?
Yeah, it's my son. I am worried about his well-being.
Oh, real quick, and answer the poll, people, and hit the like button. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Let's get it, Ninja. I can see you guys, by the way. I can see this chat right here. I can see it. So let us know what you think. Here we go.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
All right. So why you asking me some stupid ass shit?
Well, can I be real with you?
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would feel like to see my son do that. I also don't think I would cut my son off if he did that.
What? First things first.
If you are worried about his well-being, why are you not talking to him?
First things first.
Because.
First things first. Let's just start right here, okay? First things first. If I see my son doing that, this ninja going to prison, ninja. And that's not the police coming for y'all. That's my police sound. That ninja going to prison. I mean, maybe not prison. He's going to do time, bro. Like, this is just being real. Like, I remember when I started trying to be let me not say too much. I remember when I was trying to act like an actor, acting like somebody I wasn't. My people had to come to terms with, I may end up in a penitentiary. Like, they used to tell me that. They were like, hey, so we think you're going to probably be, out of all the boys, like, you know, my brother and my cousins and them, they was like, you probably going to be the one to go to prison. And I mean, look, we still here standing, ninja. We still here. We still here. So, you know, I got to hit that Joker laugh. That's a big one. That's a big one. We still here. And shout out to Tanya. I'm going to shout out everybody that followed me. Shout out to Tanya Russell. I seen you just follow me a few seconds ago. Shout out to you, Miss Mamas. Shout out to you. But yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if I see my son knock out an older person, like, y'all got to understand, it's different when it's kids fighting kids or you're fighting somebody the same age and you guys agree to mutual combat. Also, remember, I speak from a perspective of living in Texas and living in Florida. So you can agree to mutual combat and it's not a crime. So I could turn around and got beef with somebody in the streets out here and I could say, I want to shoot the fair one. We can literally tie up our leg, right? We can put 1 foot forward. He puts 1 foot forward. I'm a lefty, so I box southpaw, feel me? So I could put my foot forward. He'll put his foot forward. And then we turn around, right? Tie up our leg with a sock and fight with each other until one person gets knocked out. And after that, shake hands and call it a day. Yeah, Ninja, it's like that out here. So I don't know in other states and other parts of the world. I just know that's how it is out here. But when you attack somebody and when you attack an older person, nobody takes kind to that. And gentlemen, that's why I tell you, I got to be careful. Unless that person is fucking with you. And even then, in this case, they said he cracked a beer bottle over his head. But I mean, I think it was a fake bottle. Like, I think it was a prop bottle. He should have never turned up the way he did. That's the moral of the story. But let me let Rampage Jackson finish with it, whatever he was saying. Here we go.
He dishonored my name. And
but he's still your son.
No, listen. I know he's my fucking son. I'm not cutting him off for forever. I just haven't talked to him.
But this is the worst moment of his life. He needs you now more than ever.
No, listen, I talked to him after the shit happened, and he hid the fact that he did this shit. And, you know, he put my other kids at danger based off what the other people said, and I just can't talk to him right now. I just can't. I'm not saying I'm never going to talk to him.
Are you?
And I mean, I understand where Rampage is coming from. Shout out to Rampage Jackson. And I mean, like I said, gentlemen, I tell you guys this all the time. Some mistake, like, everybody gonna make mistakes. Give yourself some grace. There are just some mistakes you can't come back from, and that's the fine line where you have to be careful. Learn to be a dangerous man, but learn to dial it back to where you can control it. You got to be able to control it, because if you bring it out at the wrong time, yeah, you're cooked. It's curtains. Like, for example, I always tell you guys this too. If I was to walk out my house, you know, I'm a big black dude, 260. Y'all see I got muscle. I don't really have, I mean, I got some fat on me. I'm gonna start losing the fat. I'll probably drop like 30 pounds. That's the goal. Really 50, but we'll drop like 30 pounds. But yeah, so I cannot walk out the crib and start acting a fool. I want to say acting a monkey, but y'all niggas gonna call me racist, ninja. So I ain't gonna say it. You need to leave. You know, because they call black people monkeys. I gotta make it funny, right? But yeah. So if I walk out the crib and act a fool, if I turn up, let's say something happened. Y'all ever seen Lil Wayne, that piece of footage where Lil Wayne dropped his lean when he was talking to the white lady? My bad, YouTube. His paraphernalia. Yeah, so when Lil Wayne did that, right? Follow me. You seen how Lil Wayne went, oh my God, and whatever he did. That was hilarious, by the way. But yeah, if I was to turn around and do some shit like that, everybody outside that I was doing that around would look at me like this.
But what the hell, boy?
And they would be uncomfortable. They would be uncomfortable doing that just specifically. Now imagine if I turned up and I start being violent. Yeah, and then today sending the people after me, bro. So gentlemen, like I said, you got to be mindful of what you do when you out here in these streets. Let's continue.
You at all worried about his well-being?
Yeah, it's my son. I am worried about his well-being. How many kids you got?
I got
him again. I just can't talk to him right now. I need some time. I'm dealing with his attorneys and all that shit, but I'm very disappointed in Roger. Like, yeah, I'm not a perfect parent, so I don't know what's the protocol to how much time you stop from talking to your son when he fucking goes out there and hurt somebody. He put a guy in a fucking hospital.
Now I hear what you're saying, brother. I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, your son needs you. And that's where it's like, parents, shout out to the parents. Parents, if you're in my chat, put a 1 in the chat. Shout out to the parents, man. Pull up to the front of the club, please, and form a circle. Parents, y'all got to understand, bro. I mean, until your kids make a mistake, they don't know no better, right? Unless you tell them, they don't know. And okay, let's say they know and they still make the mistake. When y'all turn y'all back on y'all kids, not to make y'all feel bad. I know it's tough being a parent and I ain't walk a mile in y'all shoes. Please don't come after me in the comments. But do y'all realize that, like, there are times when your kids need you and you guys have to be able to make that distinction. Even when they make a mistake, you got to be behind your child. Like, you have to be behind your child. Now it's different if he's trying to do, paraphernalia and be a bum on the street, want to be homeless and live like a nomad and all that kind of shit. And that's weird. I understand that. But I'm saying when there's like issues that your kids get into, your kids are still kids at the end of the day. Or at least in your eyes, when they talk to you, they're talking to you as your child. They're not talking to you as a friend. They're talking to you as a parent. So you got to be mindful of how you kind of like treat your kids. And I'm speaking from a perspective where I don't have any kids. So I know y'all gonna say, what the fuck y'all talking? Not what the fuck y'all talking about, but what the fuck am I talking about? I'm just saying, like, the way I look at it as a kid talking to my parents. If I was talking to my parents, I was talking to my parents. Until you become a man, you're talking to your parents as a kid. And even then, parents, I'm sure even when your child becomes a man and or woman, you still see them as the kid that you raised. So you got to kind of be mindful when they make a mistake and they try and go to you for support or whatever the case may have you. They're actually aware that they might disappoint you. So even when Rampage Jackson said, oh, he lied to me about this, that, and the third, you do realize he lied to you because he didn't want to disappoint you and he didn't want to get in trouble with you as the kid talking to his parent, not as the streamer doing whatever he was doing for the chat and then blaming it on the chat. Shout out to Blame the Chat. I ain't see him in a minute. Here we go.
Again, I just can't talk to him right now. I need some time. I'm dealing with his attorneys and all that shit.
And shout out to Jack. We got Jack in the chat. What up? Here we go, people.
But I'm very disappointed in Roger. Like, yeah, I'm not a perfect parent, so I don't know what's the protocol to how much time you stop from talking to your son when he fucking goes out there and hurt somebody. He put a guy in a fucking hospital. Again, I just can't talk to him right now.
Let's see what the comments say. So comments say, let me see. Respectfully, I don't expect my family to stick by me if I tried to end a guy. Valid, very valid. That's a shit move. That's a shit dad move, not gonna lie. Ninjas is saying what? It said Ninjas is saying he's a grown man, but at the end of the day, that's still his son, right or wrong, still got to be by his side. I agree with that statement. He cares more about his reputation than his son's well-being. Gentlemen, what you have to realize too, your reputation is all you have. So at the end of the day, your kids may end up turning on you. And that's just a sad reality of life. And it may not be for the reasons that you think. So you have to keep that in mind. But your reputation is one of the things that you have. Guard your reputation with your life, guys. Guard your reputation with your life. And that's why I always tell you guys, somebody play with your reputation, sue their ass and make their ass sweat. I've had people play with my reputation before, people that was close to me, and they know who they are. They've apologized, but my whole thing, and I didn't say this, and I'm saying it now, my whole thing was you tried to apologize in private, but you tried, instead of, basically what I'm trying to say, my bad, y'all, my bad. Basically, what I'm trying to say is your apology should have been as loud as what you did when you tried to slander my reputation. So I don't forgive you. It's cool though. Like, you know, you stay on that side, I'm gonna stay on this side. I don't forgive you because you tried to apologize to me in private because you were ashamed of what you did in public. Whereas your apology should have been just as loud in public as it was in private, if that makes sense. Or just as when you were slandering my name, your apology should have just been as loud in public because I could have sued you for money or I could have put you in prison for what you did. But besides the point, I digress. Anyways, let's continue, man. Shout out to Rampage Jackson. Let us know what you think in the comment section, Ninja. And yeah, like I said, gentlemen, guard your reputation with your life. Ladies, I'm sure y'all already know that. I don't need to tell y'all that. Shout out to the ladies. Ladies, if you're in here, put a 1 in the chat.
Hello.
I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell the ladies that